The first step for us is to get rid of this silly test that we did in the last video. And I'm going to right click on that and just get rid of the sheet altogether. We have, though, on sheet 4 a list of categories and brands. My personal feeling here is that we should name this something, and I'll just name it list. That way it's easy to remember and we know what's there. On sheet 1, I'm going to double click this and we'll call this inventory. What we want to do is have a drop down box here. Instead of having to type these things over and over and over again, always the same thing. We want a drop down box to show up there and for the brand. Now for the model, we're going to have to type that because there's so many models we couldn't build a list really, and the model should only show up one time in this inventory list anyway. So here's how we go about building our list. Click on the cell that you want to add your list to. Go to Data. Then go over here to Data Validation. We're going to change this Allow. Click the drop down. Change it to List. Okay, now Source. What is our source going to be? Now I'll tell you here a secret. If your source is going to be on another worksheet, you got to figure out what it is first, because once you click on this, you can't click on anything else except cells in the current sheet. Okay, so sorry, that's the way it works. What does that mean we got to do? Well, we got to start over. Let's click cancel, go to list, and I'm going to note that my category list is B5 to B12, and my brand list is C5 to C12. So with that information now, I'll go back to inventory on my cell, click data validation, click the drop down to go to list, and I'm going to reference that list. Equals. Here is where it comes in handy to know the sheet name. And this is where we reference our other sheet. List, exclamation, B5, colon, B12. Enter. Simple as that. Now what did we get? Well, we get a little drop-down thing that only appears there when that cell is active. And if we click the drop-down, lo and behold, all of the items in that list, and we can just click on one of them. The beauty of this is I can do that all the way down here if I want. Each one of these, though, has that drop-down capability. So I can go through here and specify what category my item is in. I need an electric guitar. You know what? I can't believe I didn't put an acoustic electric guitar. That's terrible. Well, watch this. Let's just go back to our list and let's drop the, I don't know what to drop. Let's drop the PA system. Acoustic electric guitar, and actually that should probably have a slash just to be proper. Okay, good. Now what does that mean for my list? Well, that means that it's automatically in the list because that's the way these things work, And let's just add a few of these, get them all filled up. I need a guitar amp. Let's see, do I have any bass amps? Yeah, I got one of those. Okay, good deal. So what about for brand? Works the same way. Click the cell you want to be in. Click data, data validation. Change this allow. This is on the settings tab. Change that to list and then specify our source. Equals, again, point to the sheet that we're working on with an exclamation mark and C5 colon C12. Of course, you can expand that, make it whatever you want. I'll click OK. And before I even enter anything in there, I'll just click and drag and fill that whole thing. So now I can go in here and specify whatever brand I want. Digitech doesn't make acoustic guitars. Ken, come on. Let's do a Martin. Digitech makes signal processors. There we go. It's going to be a Fender bass. Okay, so you see how this works. This is a major big time saver tip, I would say. But I'm not going to charge you any extra because, you already bought the training. So another Washburn guitar. Let's see. Let's do a Taylor electric acoustic, or acoustic electric as it would be. Fender electric. Let's do an Ibanez electric bass and a guitar amp. We should have Marshall in here. I can't believe I don't have Marshall. I can do Fender though. Great. Let's go ahead and save that document. So now we have referenced another sheet. We've created a drop-down list based on a list from that other sheet. And I think now we're ready to apply this. We're going to kind of leave this particular spreadsheet all by itself for a little bit. We saved it. It's okay. But we're going to go over to another sheet and create something that's way more intense than this. And we'll start on that in the next video.